Hey everyone, Australian physiotherapist Daniel Vadnal here for FitnessFAQs. I've got a very special video for you today, a full body workout you can do at home with very minimal equipment, essentially a pull-up bar and anything else you've got laying around the house. Before we jump into this video, click here to download Home Hero. I put this together, it's an absolutely free ebook, complete calisthenics program for at-home training, full body, upper body, lower body workouts, sets, reps, concepts, absolutely everything you need for training success at home. We're going to start our first superset with a vertical pull. Now, this is going to be pull-ups. Every single rep, I want you to get that chin above the bar. That's going to get a full contraction in your biceps, a full contraction in your back, in your rhomboids, in your lats, your teres, all of those muscles that are working in your back to hoist your body up. I think throughout the calisthenics community at large, we can all safely agree that if those elbows are straight and the chin is above the bar every single time, that's a full range of motion pull-up. Throughout this workout, we're going to be using supersets. So after you've done one exercise, you're immediately going to go on to the next exercise to make the most efficient and effective use of our training time. When doing the pistol squat, the major points you want to keep in mind is keeping the knee tracking over the middle of your foot. This is going to create a stable position for your anterior chain, your quadriceps, and your posterior chain, your hamstrings and glutes, while minimizing your risk of any joint, tendon-related injuries. Let's move on to the vertical push component. We're working our way from the hardest exercises first. So the pike push-up is an absolutely excellent exercise that you can do with calisthenics for home workouts for a highly effective shoulder building exercise. This is very comparable to using a barbell or dumbbells to perform overhead press or a military press if you do the exercise correctly. For my more advanced people, I recommend the elevated pike push-up. Now for the set and rep range that I've provided and combined with strict tempo, I'm confident that this exercise is going to be more than challenging enough for most of you watching this video. Here's a fun one for you to try. This is called the back extension. I recommend finding something soft to do this exercise. Generally speaking, something like a footer of a couch is going to be good. For this exercise, you need to find a setup that has a lot of friction. So as you can see, I'm setting up against a wall using shoes in order to make sure that I'm not sliding around and that I'm fixed where I am. By the way, sorry landlord, I will clean those walls before I leave. When doing the back extension, you want to rise up by thrusting your hips into the pad or into the surface that you're using. This is going to recruit your hamstrings, your glutes, and you're going to finish the movement by pausing at the top to make sure that you own the range of motion. And this way, you're really going to feel your entire posterior chain lighting up, especially that lower back. Now, it's been a couple months since we've all been in a crisis, so this probably isn't going to look that surprising to you. Rows using your dinner table. In my case, a cheap IKEA table got the job done with some weight plates on the top to make sure I didn't row through the roof. Setting up for this is just like any other bodyweight row. You want to have all good body mechanics applied during this exercise. The body's going to be positioned like a plank, moving up and down without any bowing or swaying in the torso, knees, hips, legs, no extraneous movements. We just want to focus on what the back is doing. If there's one thing that you take from this video, it's pausing at the top of every row. This one small tip is going to be an absolute game changer for you. I guarantee you're going to feel your back working, your arms working so much more with this tempo and strict pausing at the top. Moving on to the next superset, we're going to start off with horizontal pushing, working through the push-up. I've included push-ups in this video because they're such a good exercise. The basics, they're there for a reason. They stand the test of time because they simply work. But you can't get complacent. You need to make sure that you're doing your form correctly and training with an honest level of intensity. If you're finding it too easy and you want a challenge, I have a progression for you, my advanced people. The archer push-up is a great way to artificially make the exercise harder without needing weights or machines or anything like that. So when we're doing archer push-ups, we're essentially doing an assisted one-arm push-up, meaning one arm is going to be doing more work at a time. So as a result, the intensity drastically increases, meaning you're going to be fatigued and challenged in the rep range in the workout. I find it very helpful when doing the archer push-ups to look towards the assisting side every rep. This keeps things continuous, fluid, consistent, and you can just grind out your reps. Let's finish off with everyone's favorite exercise, the calves. Now, we can't neglect these just because we're on lockdown, we're at home working out. The reason when we go down, we want to pause at the bottom is to make sure that our muscles are doing the work and not our tendons. So what I mean by this is when you pause, you eliminate any elastic recoil of that Achilles tendon, which means when you go to lift your heel up, it's actually your calf muscles doing all the work. You want to use your tibialis anterior muscles, the ones on the front of your shin, to try and pull that heel down into a further stretch, and that's going to help you get that awesome squeeze at the top, which is what matters when we're trying to do calf raises with very minimal loading. We move on to the last exercise, which is the hollow body hold. You really want to be taking those deep breaths in and out of your stomach. Getting a full exhale helps to couple that with a full contraction of the abs. And this is going to make the position more effective than if you're just there, one, holding your breath, or two, taking really shallow breaths. And before you leave, make sure that you go and download that Home Hero program. It really is going to level up your home workouts. I really want you to have fun with your training. I want you to be training at home with calisthenics, getting effective gains while we're all going through what we're going through. Thanks everyone for watching. Train hard, train honest, stay strong, and I'll see you very soon.